Those first days in Salieri's bar were slow. I moved crates, delivered
Today we're
messages.
gonna visit a few
Guys
places
busted
to
balls
collect
and
some
told
protection
stories
money.
from the old country.
2 restaurants and a motel outside of
Got to
town.
thinking.
Bill
Life
at
in
the
Salieri's
motel was
crew
late
wasn't
last
gonna
time
get clipped.
because he had a few problems. So today, he'll pay a little more.
You may have heard about how criminals can prey on businesses using various threats. That certainly isn't the case with us. People who pay us receive services, which the police certainly can't provide them with. Last month, for example, Sam and Paulie here solved a serious problem with violence in a delightful restaurant.
Here he is.
The owner is now satisfied that nothing of that sort will happen there again.
You'll do the driving. Paulie and Sam will do the collecting. It'll be routine. Tell Ralph to give you a car, and you can go.
Okay, boss.
Well, you and I'll have a drink. What do you say, Frank?
Don't lay hands on anyone unless there's no other choice. Our clients need to
I
understand.
need to do some
that we
stuff now,
provide the
Tommy. I
value
ain't got no
service.
time now.
They need to look at you and see Santa Michael. They need to believe the protector.
So let Morello speak to Brayton Lights. It's better than the bill's still due, and everyone pays up.
We can handle it.
Go see Ralphie about a car.
Okay, boss.
Hey, Ralphie. Me and the boys have got a job to do, and I need some wheels.
Hey, I sorted out what you brought me last time. It has a good motor, Tom. It has almost 60 horsepower and goes a good 75 miles per hour. He has 4 speeds and brake servo. Simply beautiful. Also, I had a look at how you can best steal one.
I used to drive one when I was a cabbie, so I know how to get into one, Ralphie.
Well, then I got another little number. It has about 40 horsepower and goes at almost 60 miles an hour.
I thought of you.
I doubt I know how to get into this one.
Shot him at the fair a couple of times.
Right.
Ain't nothing swanky, but it's a good enough drive. You get into it easy. You just take this little baby and stick it in here. Pry it a little, and when it clicks, you got it.
Bang. Brain off the walls. Okay.
It's a piece of
Show me a reload.
cake.
Thanks, Ralphie.
I open the chamber and away you go. All right. Last thing. Stick it in your belt.
Hey, Vincenzo. I need some kind of gun.
Appreciate it.
Hey, the Frank and the boss has been chancing.
Hey, Tom, I think this'll do the trick.
It's funny.
It should work. I wasn't planning on using it anyway. Thanks.
You guys need to be careful today, okay? Spoke to Biff. He said Morello's still bent since he lost the cars.
What's losing some motors to him? We got at least 5 garages this side of town.
Not wrong, Cole.
You guys know where my some booze there. Quit whining.
Okay. First we'll go to a restaurant on Central Ave.
think on your feet. Sure. Just follow my lead. Chinatown gangs there in our city, not theirs. But we don't know Eugene's nephew, so he might need reminding.
Now we're gonna take it some country air. The Bronx motel.
Before the cop show, Tom. Next stop's Bill at the motel. Eugene's nephew's guy's money is ours next week, with some extra besides. He doing okay? He's okay. How's the shop coming? Yeah, that's seeing some more blood.
Wait for us here, Tom. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay,
let's go.
On his feet. How Come out with us again, Tom. Get to hear even more about Chinese nephew guys scrubbing their own blood out of shop counters.
Yeah, seems like it's not too hard.
Not hard. Kind of not hard. I don't know.
Comes natural, you guys. Don't see why it can't come natural to me.
So anyone can do this. Me and Polly, we've been working these streets for years. You come in and you think you know it all.
I'm not saying that, Sam.
You've been a day on the job, pal. You haven't seen what we do. You haven't seen how we do it. Sam, I think you ought to... No, Polly. This punk thinks he can walk in here like a big shot. I put greasers like him in the ground.
I think you gotta say you're sorry, Tom.
Sorry, huh? Well, I'd say sorry if I couldn't see the bullshit smile you're trying to hide.
Bastards! Tom, I took one! It hurts!
Jesus Christ, Paulie!
Crapping your pants from here.
Nah, you didn't get me.
Tell Salieri from here on out this place is ours. Capiche? Don't come back here. You'll end up in worse shape than your friends. Get Sam! They want to beat some information out of him. Get him out of there.
But I gotta get you to a doctor.
That'll wait. First, get Sam.
I hate it out of the city. You hate it most places. Yeah, but out here it's worse.
Screw regular routine.
So far out of town on our books. Out of town's the safest place for deals. Safest place for card games. The safest place for most of the things we do. We're expecting a big bag of money today. Guy-O's. It ain't big. Boss will be pissed. Yeah, this place is a real earner. Oftentimes the places that get you the most dough are the ones most people don't look at twice.
Just recently, the motels had a new lease of life.
That stopped before I lost everything from coming up from Cuba. That's how weed is selling so expensive.
Those motels gotta be the place where crates get exchanged. Salieri protects the kids, the other families use them too.
Keep it easy.
Anyone else starting to miss the side of streets and sidewalks? You got one for the great outdoors, Polly?
He's not one for anything. Indoors, outdoors, in the city, out of the city. I hate it out here.
Like when we sit in the field doing some booze handover or something. It's always knee-deep in shit and those times it's dark and cold as hell.
That's why it's good we got you now, Tom. You can do all the jobs that Holly hates.
I'm happy to oblige.
Okay, there it is. Finally.
Wait for us here, Tom. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Get up, Sam. It's over. We really went to work on you, buddy. Let's go. It's nothing. You'll be all right. Doctor will put you back together again. You're tough as nails.
Okay, just hang on.
Oh, shit. That's it. I'll get you back in the car. Everything will be okay.
Don't move, scumbag, or I'll fill you with holes. Come on, just try it. You won't get past me.
Sure thing, buddy. Just stay cool. Everything's okay. Just go. No problem.
Just try it.
No. God. Go. Get him.
That's regular routine. Wonder what the next job will be like. That's how I got into it. 1 minute a regular cabbie, the next a respected mafioso.
You were all right with killing people? Usually people have a problem with that.
You know, I ain't one of those people with a thirst for blood. I don't need violence in my life, and I don't look for trouble, but I also don't have any remorse. They wanted to outsmart us, so we had to outsmart them. No excuses. It was all the same to me. I wasn't interested in the fates of other people. Everybody said it was just business, and that the family sticks together. It was different from living alone and nobody giving a damn about you. Suddenly you're respected by all the people you meet. Everybody knows you can help them, but you can also destroy their lives. And everybody tries to ingratiate themselves to you.
And what about the police? You just walked away, just like that, from a massacre. Didn't you have any problem with this?
You work for the police. You ought to know. You know, the Mafia runs the whole city. The Salieri family makes over 25 million bucks every year. The papers were full of it. But nobody saw nothing if they wanted to stay alive. We paid off the bureaucrats $6 grand a month. Your bosses had liquor at trade price and got payouts for special jobs from both Salieri and Morello. Case closed, lack of evidence. Cops would even move shipments of drink for us. I guess you'd have heard something about that.
So what about your two friends?
Well, they were better off than you'd think. Salieri had a good doc for his boys, and it's not like he ever asked any questions. In a few weeks, they'd be healthy and back on the streets again. The only one who worried us was Morello. He wanted to be the big cheese, which Salieri couldn't let him do. Salieri had no intention of being in second place. You know, a person becomes a Don because of his thirst for power. And he doesn't care about any other rules than his own. That's how it is, Detective. So he'd be his own boss, independent of the police, of the state, of anyone. That's why a person becomes a Don.
He's okay.
Salieri and Morello both wanted it all. They kept sparring with each other, but they both knew that if it all blew up, it would be hell. The big difference between them was in their methods. I heard a little story about Morello.
I'm sorry, sir.
You
I
idiot!
mean it.
Do you know what you've done? You know how much that car cost?
I was driving slowly, Mr. Morello. I don't know how,
Do you mean to say that I crashed into your car?
No. Sir, I wanted, no, sir,
No! Faster! Get in my way!
That was when I saw the costume. What it meant to be on the inside.
Salieri built his respect as a businessman. Everybody knew that they didn't need to fear him if they did what they should. They knew that if they needed something, they could come to Mr. Salieri. So Salieri made friends, often helped people with various problems, and expected the same in return. When somebody crossed him, they broke a cardinal rule, and everybody knew what would happen. Morello was just a mean bastard. He built his power through violence. Even his friends feared him. Most people just tried to avoid him.
Just when Paulie and Sam are coming around the corner, what are the odds? It felt like, I don't know, like someone was watching out for us.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, pal, but it's a lucky break all the same. I mean, one day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat, and the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money and lording it over the rest of us.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Back then, Salieri didn't have the run of the city. For every buck Salieri made, Don Morello would turn 10. He paid off cops, politicians, judges, and anyone he couldn't buy, he scared into looking the other way.
He did seem to have the city jumping at its own shadow, I'll give you that.
You hear anything about Joey Crackers?
Yeah, got his name in the Morello file, sure. Boxer, right?
Yeah. That's the guy. Way I hear it, Joey was just driving to the gym one morning. Probably daydreaming about winning a belt or something.
God damn it! Moron! You're driving with your goddamn eyes closed? Look at this! Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Tom Morello, I didn't know it was you.
You know anybody else driving a rare import in this part of town, Joey?
No. Well then, I'm sorry, I was driving real slow.
You're saying this is my fault?
No, sir. I ain't never been in no accident.
Well, repairs are gonna be expensive.
Oh, you're not gonna need that, sir. The tires are just fine. The grill's a little bent up is all. I mean, I got a cousin I
Someone spun you a tail, pal. You got an informant right there says Morello made a mint every time Crackers went to the mat.
That's true, too. And still, Morello left that poor sap dead in the street. Head all caved in.
That don't square.
Well, maybe the Don knew Joey's career was on the downhill. Maybe he was trying to scare some other guy into paying up. Who knows? Don Salieri chalked it up to Morello not being able to think straight when he was mad.
You, have any more run-ins with Morello's crew back then?
Not at first. For a couple of years after I joined up, things were quiet. We got into a few dust-ups with guys trying to muscle in, but elsewise it was just the usual routine. We were running booze, offering protection, me and the boys doing rounds to collect, small time. But I ain't gonna lie. Most days, we was also having a bit of fun.